So one thing about me is I look dumb. Nah, like, because I realize people never ask me questions. And I'm a tour guide. They'll be like, it's all right, we'll just look it up. Dude's like, you know which way is uptown? I said, yeah, we're on 48. See that street sign? That's 49. That's how you know it's going uptown. He said, okay, does anybody else know? I got a learning disability. That's why I love New York. It feels good being around my peers. I didn't even know I had a learning disability in school. I thought everybody was calling me LD for Little Dom. You know, like Lil Wayne, I'm Little Dom. Like I'm a rapper or something. I be telling people, yo, what's up, I'm LD. And they be like, we can tell. And people say a learning disability isn't the same as a regular disability because it doesn't affect anybody. So I say, well, let me do your taxes. I'm a terrible speller too. I'm a terrible speller. I'm such a bad speller, the teacher used to circle the words I got right. My mother'd be like, I'm proud of my S-U-N. Yeah, a girl actually broke up with me because I'm such a bad speller. And I'm a comedian, so I'm like, why is that ever going to be a detergent? I remember the guidance counselor telling my parents, you know, they said, your son Dominic here, he has an abnormally short attention span, and it's too early to tell what could cause it. And my dad said, what? You know, books and education wasn't like, it was frowned upon in my house. My father called reading books girl stuff. He'd be like, what are y'all doing reading books? You know who owns books? Your Aunt Sharon. You want to be like your Aunt Sharon? We'd be like, she also owns a house. Yeah, you know, and we used to have encyclopedias. We had books. I just never attempted to look at them. You know, we had encyclopedias. I don't know if you guys, some of you might not even remember encyclopedias, but, you know, so basically people would pay $10,000 for books with gold paper. Every time we moved, I used to have to throw, I hated it. I used to have to move those encyclopedias. Every time we moved, I had to move. I used to throw the skinny ones away. Nobody in my family knows anything about JK or L. Don't ask me. And, you know, I'm single, and I really do want to have a family. You know, I'm always impressed when I see people that have been together for a long time, like 10, 15 weeks. I ask people that have been married 50, 60 years because I'm really intrigued. I say, what's the secret to a happy marriage? And the most common answer is they say you gotta find someone that can relate to you. So I need a struggler. Yeah, I've been hanging out at check cash places, used car parts stores. Oh, you need a battery? I need a car. Yeah, you got plans Friday? I'm too cheap to date. I take girls to happy hour. I mean, you can't tell a girl you want to take her to happy hour. You got to be cool. You got to say, listen, I'm really vibing, your energy, everything, our chemistry is great. I want to take you out. I'm available Tuesdays 4 to 6. It's too expensive to date, man. These restaurants are too much money, man. Ain't they? In New York, it's too much money in general. This girl picked a place, $100 a person. She's like, oh, I want to eat here today. And I'm like, I want to eat tomorrow. I took her to all these expensive restaurants, right? 4 or 5 places. All month I take this girl out. And she comes over to my apartment, I like candles, you know. A couple days later, she comes back over, I like candles. And the third night she walks into my house, she goes like this. She goes, I mean, come on, why are you lighting candles every night? The electric's off. Me and my last girlfriend, we could never agree on what to watch on TV. You know, because I like watching those auction shows, you know, where the auctioneer, the way they talk all fast like that. That's a skill. You know, they'll be like, 25 to 5 going 5 now. We got 45, 55, 75, 75, 85 in the back going now. 85 going once, 85, 95, 95, 105 in the back. You know, I practice that, you know. Because when I come home late, she'd be like, where were you? Who were you with? What were you doing? I said, I went down working at Bobby's, I had a couple of beers. I'm getting old. I can't waste time anymore. I gotta get to know who I'm dating right away. That's why I don't take girls to nice restaurants on first dates. Because you're not gonna be yourself. It's too easy. Everything's perfect. People are themselves under a stressful situation. You wanna find out who you're on a date with? Immediately do what I do. I'll pick up my date, I'll run a red light and tell her I got drugs in the car. Yeah, I've always struggled with relationships. My father told me, he goes, you gotta work on your laugh, son. That's what my dad says. He goes, women love a guy with a cute laugh. That's how I got your mother. Ain't that right, baby? That's his laugh. It's ridiculous, isn't it? So dumb. Who would laugh like that? Yeah, I remember there was this girl that would walk by my house and I liked her and she'd wave at me and I'd run in the house. My mother said, say hi to her. I was too shy. She goes, well, if you can't say hi, just look at her and go, the shooting gun and wink move. I tried it. I said, Mom, it didn't work. She's like, you can't give up after one time, honey. You got to keep trying. So she came back the next day. I said, hey. And she told her friend, he's cute. Too bad he's, you know. I said, I'm LD. I'm LD. Yeah, I dropped out of school in Ohio to wash cars, and that's the most Ohio sentence you're ever going to hear in your life. I wanted to paint cars because my dad fixed and painted old cars, and I told the teacher, I said, you know, I want to paint old beat-up cars, and she's like, you can't make any money doing that. I'm like, yeah, you can if you steal them. Yeah, the same teacher as my father. Teachers are so important. I don't know if anybody's a teacher, but bless you if you are, and I hope you're making a difference and not just doing it for summers off. Because it changed the course of my life. 2 teachers changed the course of my life. One, Miss Procopio. I had her in the 3rd grade, and she also taught my father. I was so excited. I said, Miss Procopio, you taught my dad. She goes, Leonelli, I'm not going to waste my time. You can't learn just like your father. And if I knew what I know now, I would have just untied my shoes and retied them and been like, well, how did I do that? Maybe you don't know how to teach, Miss Procopio. But I had Velcro shoes. And I had Mr. Greer. He changed the course of my life. He said, you know, that teacher was wrong. People learn in different ways. He goes, you know, you're actually a genius storyteller. And don't worry, we'll get somebody else to spell the words correctly for you. We had this state proficiency test. He's like, I'm going to prove to you, I'm going to work with you and study, and I bet you're going to pass all 5 parts of this test. So, man, we worked together, we studied. He made learning fun. And I did. I passed all 5 parts. Me and 2 Asian kids I sat next to. That's it for me.